Hi, I'm Matthew Socey, host of the Blues House Party for WFYI Radio and a writer for Nouveau News Weekly. And Clues Memorial Hall is getting a bit of Huey Lewis in the news. And it's fun because Huey's got a new album. Well, it came out last year called Soulsville, and it's an album of all soul cover tunes. And I know it's very common practice for older, more experienced artists to maybe return to their roots. This is music that probably influenced these guys a lot in their younger days. And I think it's interesting that the album is named after, and they do the song. It's a song by Isaac Hayes from the soundtrack of Shaft. And I think you got to have serious musicianship and nerves of steel, only not nerves, to cover an Isaac Hayes tune or an Al Green tune for that matter. And it's fun to hear them return to their roots. They are one and the same, and they call it any kind of job is hard to find. That means an increase in the welfare lines. The crime rate is rising too. If you were hungry, what would you do? They never went away. This is not a comeback album. This is not a return album. This is a why not album, to be able to do songs. And these are not the songs that you would expect. These are not songs that are done by Glee. You know, these are not karaoke songs. These are not songs that are going to be put up on Broadway with a thin storyline, you know, one of those jukebox theater musicals. These guys really wanted to do these songs. And if you think about songs like Heart of Rock and Roll and I Want a New Drug and Bad is Bad, you know, it's rooted in big city soul. And obviously they had to do stuff for Elektra Records back in the 80s, but I think now it's like I said, it's a why not? Let's do songs like this. And I think it'll be a cool mixture instead of having to do just the jukebox greatest hits. Picture away. Hey, hey. You didn't put my love in your way. You found somebody new. Our romance is through. Yes, sir. These guys really dig these songs. I bet if you sat down with them, you could talk about Isaac Hayes and Syl Johnson and Sly and the Family Stone and Booker T and the MGs. It could be a real fun conversation of music they grew up with and music that we grew up with. And you know, all those artists I just mentioned, they never went out of style either. That music still remains. And Huey Lewis and the News, they were not a flashy group. It wasn't Culture Club and it wasn't Cyndi Lauper. But in fact, there was a joke that, well, you know, they worked at your dad's office, but they could blow some harmonica and have some good rock and roll and some rock and soul. And but for me, it's kind of like a good pair of jeans, sneakers, martini. They never went away. They never went in and out of style. They've always been there. And Huey Lewis and the News have always been there.